Hello Channel NITT viewers, I'm DS Psychologist and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. In one of our previous episodes, the episode on mindfulness and mindlessness, we talked about inviting some interns to help us to produce some videos to inject new energy into our channel. And today, Channel NITT has 3 new interns who are current psychology students. They will be producing a video each on the topic close to their heart. First, we have Anisha, who will be producing a video on the topic of anxiety. We also have Denise. She will be talking about procrastination. And we also have Fauzi, our male intern. He will be helping us to collect a lot of information and data from known MBTI types. As such, we will be producing a lot more hypothetical videos on MBTI types. Do lend them your support as well by watching their videos. So this round we have got 3 interns and I have been communicating with our interns. Denise in particular mentions that she is very interested in the topic of procrastination. So I said go ahead, do some research on it. On my end, I was also thinking, can we do an episode on MBTI linked with procrastination? So our interns have actually inspired this episode, a crossover between psychological principles on procrastination and MBTI. So let's hear from the interns what they have to say about their own MBTI type and their experience with procrastination.
Hello again, child viewers. I'm Denise Baronio. For today's episode, I and Anisha will be talking about how INFJ and ISFJ cope with procrastination. First, INFJ stands for introverted, intuitive feeling and judging. Based on my personality, I am described as compassionate, empathetic, idealistic, and sensitive. Since I am an idealistic myself, I want myself to live a healthy life with people and create deep connections with people around me. I choose to be soft-spoken or understanding, preferring to keep the peace rather than challenge others. As an INFJ, I struggle getting work done. In other words, I often struggle with procrastination, even though I know I still have the amount of time to get things done efficiently. I need to make sure that everything I do is perfect, which could lead to burnout or stress, and I often feel like a failure, and my fear of failure leads me to procrastinate. And yes, INFJs are motivated to get things done at the last minute. However, in my case, I am motivated to get things done at the last minute only if the task is not heavy to handle. And if there's one hack that helps me to avoid being stifled by procrastination, I'd say cut out all distractions and you guys take a minute.
As an ISFJ type, my dominant function is introverted sensing, and this function helps me focus only on the details and the facts. So I tend to procrastinate when I feel like I'm unclear and I do not have enough details about what I have to do. I usually wait for the last minute to get my work done, and I don't feel like starting my assignment or project unless we are given a specific deadline. Setting a deadline for ourselves helps us ISFJs stay more motivated to begin and complete our work. As an ISFJ, if you feel stuck about the details of your project, set aside a day just to research about the details and get them in order so you can begin your work. Breaking large projects into chunks and checking off each section as you go helps me keep myself motivated and keeps me from being overwhelmed.
So is there a link between MBTI types and procrastination? If there is, what it really means is that we can observe a person procrastinating and why he or she procrastinates and how he or she procrastinates, and then deduce from there the person's MBTI type. Is that really possible? I have also been asking around. I think different MBTI types may procrastinate over different things. For example, SI users and TE users that I have known, including myself, really ponder about resources. So as an ENTJ, I really ponder about spending money. So I might really want to buy something like a new laptop or a new mattress, but I sit on this matter for a very, very long time. I may be just waiting for that sale. That sale can actually tip me over and push me into buying it. Otherwise, I would just sit on it and procrastinate. While an ENTJ may procrastinate about buying things, an SE user on the other hand may not procrastinate on buying at all. They might even be shopaholics. But this doesn't mean that SE users do not procrastinate. They may procrastinate about starting a project. So the SE user may procrastinate about starting a project. The project could be starting a new family, getting married, going for work. The ENTJ may have lesser problems in this regard. When the ENTJ approaches a problem, first, the ENTJ will make a cognitive appraisal of the problem. Will he ever be successful in this? We think how much resources we need, how much effort we need to put in. Will it become successful? How will it benefit us? Once we have all these questions answered and the result is positive, the feedback given is positive, we will go ahead. So usually there is very little procrastination. The procrastination basically is a thinking process. We usually do not procrastinate when it comes to problems. We are actively solving problems. Very interestingly, the ISFJs that I have interviewed also behave the same way. They say that they are very reserved when it comes to spending. They will think whether they want to spend the money or not. Even though they always look for discounts. Even when discounted, they might need to think. When solving problems on the other hand, especially very familiar problems, the ISFJ does not procrastinate. So I think that maybe the procrastination may have a J and P distinction. So what this means is that, at best, by analyzing a person's procrastination habits can only help you to distinguish between whether they use superego function or id function. In other words, whether this person is a J type or a P type. I've also been asking around friends who are more well versed in the MBTI. I asked them, which MBTI types do you think are more prone to procrastination? Surprisingly, the answer that they gave was the ENFP and the ENTP. It appears that from the people's point of view, NE users procrastinate a lot. Is this really true? From my personal observation, I do not think that this is true, because NE users, they generate a lot of ideas. They are also very eager to experiment each idea. As such, they are very not likely to procrastinate. Once they think about something, they are very likely to get it started. Unfortunately for the ENFP and the ENTP, they are sprinters, not marathon runners. They usually start something, but they do not complete it. What may appear to us as procrastination for the ENFP and the ENTP is not procrastination. Suppose they say that they want to do this idea, then you observe that they have not started, then you think that they are procrastinating. Maybe it's not. They have already moved on already. They have abandoned this idea. So it's not procrastination. Procrastination means you are sitting on a particular idea and unable to act on it, or do not want to act on it, or hesitate to act on it. So our intern Denise is releasing a very short episode on procrastination that will be released together with this main episode. So do support her by watching. Do you know of any MBTI types that really procrastinate a lot? Do comment below and we can do an episode on it. But personally, as a conclusion for this episode, I do not think that procrastination is linked to any MBTI type at all. However, it is possible that the J and the P types in the MBTI may procrastinate over different things. I hope you have enjoyed this episode as well. If you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI and psychology. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in my next episode. Goodbye!